Welcome back to the show.
Always a pleasure to be here.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you. Strange times for everybody over the past 20 months or so, especially so for musicians. We've been lucky to have Brian Eno and the Nite Show Band here. And it occurred to me like a year ago that I'm one of few people that has been able to hear live music in person, and I felt a little bit jealous of myself. But how about from a performance standpoint? How much have you been playing over the past year and a half?
Well, not out in the public, but I've been recording big band recordings at my house by myself. You know, I play all the saxophones, and I play trumpet and trombone and bass and drums and piano. So I'll have a whole big band album done pretty soon.
Wow!
At my house.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
How do you even begin that process? Where do you start?
Well, I write the arrangement, and then yes.
So performing every part isn't enough. You write the whole thing.
I write,
wow.
yes.
That's, I have a hard time playing a record. That's really impressive.
Well, I've arranged 2,700 arrangements for television during my career, and so arranging comes pretty easy.
Yeah. That is absolutely incredible. What do you find most difficult about that process? Is there a particular instrument or piece of it that jams you up a little bit?
No.
Next question. Now, you've performed in larger bands for years and years and years. You've spent 22 years on the bandstand at the Ed Sullivan Theater with the CBS Orchestra. Had you done the Letterman show? So you joined in 1993 when it came to CBS, correct? The Late Show?
Well, actually, when I was the music director at Saturday Night Live from 81 to 85, in 1982, I got a call from a lady named Liz Anderson, and she says, I got a new job. I'm the executive producer of the David Letterman Show. And I said, what? She says, you've never heard of it. It comes on early in the morning. But we're moving the show to late night, and we're looking for a music director, and I just wonder if you'd be interested. We're looking for somebody to lead a 4-piece band and be a personality. And the financial offer was about 20% of what I was making at Saturday Night Live. So I said, you should call this kid Paul Shaffer. Paul had just come back from Los Angeles. He was in a TV series called A Year at the Top with Greg Avigan, and they went about 6 or 7 episodes. The network pulled the plug, and so Paul had come back to New York about 2 weeks before this telephone conversation. You should call this kid Paul Shaffer, and I gave her the phone number, and about a month later, I'm in my office writing an arrangement. I had a corner office at 30 Rock, 17th floor, and
nice.
I heard this band playing. I had a network feed monitor over in the corner, and I looked over there, and there's Paul Shaffer and Steve Jordan and Hiram Bullock and Will Lee. And he got the job. Nobody even told me. But anyway, so when Paul added a horn section in 1993, he was nice enough to add me to the band.
Wow, that's a great story. It all goes back to people being loyal. Do you remember the first night at the Ed Sullivan Theater? Do you remember the electricity that was in the room? Because it seemed very apparent on television.
Absolutely. I love live television. First live television show I did was actually October 3rd, 1975. It was the first Saturday Night Live show, and they said 5 minutes to air, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, this is really exciting. I'm going to be, on national TV, and there's going to be 15 million people watching. So 2 minutes to air, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, what if I miss a note? 15 million people are going to hear it. So I got a little nervous, but then, like 4,400 TV shows after that, I don't even think about it. Stage fright went away.
Yeah.